So I just finished the final episode of Mr. and Mrs. Smith a few days ago, actually. And I would probably put it around a 6.7 out of 10. I believe it stands at a 7 out of 10 on IMDb. The final episode was directed by Donald Glover. Which I thought was interesting. He also was executive producer, one of the executive producers, I think the co-creator of the series. Glover and Maya Erskine, his Jane Smith. They're not going to be returning for the second season. They may return for a third if there is one. It's not even though IMDb did say there was going to be a second season. I don't know how true that's going to be. I felt I wanted more overall. I felt the show took some inspiration from the romance genre, whereas it focused more on the romance, more on the relationship rather than everything else. Both Mayor Erskine's Jane and Donald Glover's John didn't really change. They both seem to have emotional and I want to say mental issues. Even though I'm thinking the movie that it was based on, they're taking it from there. I haven't seen the movie, but what I understand with the movie is that the spouses find out that they're agents and they have to do away with one another. With the series here, the streaming series on Amazon Prime, they have their emotional ups and downs, which is a lot. Again, since they both seem to have a history of ups and downs before they even met each other. It's loosely based on the movie. And again, I haven't seen the movie, so I really can't comment. As far as I know, scratch that. In the series, there are multiple John and Jane Smiths. We even see one in the first scene of the first episode, and they're because they've got emotionally involved with one another, they're ended. And I wonder if the second season is going to tell their story. We don't necessarily see what happens with Donald Glover and Maya Erskine's John and Jane Smith. So I'm wondering if, as I mentioned before, are they going to return in season 3? They work for an organization called Hi-Hi, H-I-H-I. We don't learn much about that organization. We also don't really learn much about their past or their history. I guess we do, in a way. We know Donald Glover's John is a mama's boy. We know that Mayor Erskine's Jane is a sociopath. But they really don't, I don't know if I'm repeating myself, but they really don't change from there. It's like those are weakness, and they kind of latch on to that, and that's what makes them unsettling characters. Would I recommend this? I mean, for me personally, I thought it was interesting seeing a Blasian couple. Maya Erskine is, or if you want to get technical, you see a Black and Eurasian couple or a Black and Hapa couple. Maya Erskine does portray a mixed race, as she is a mixed race individual. But I mean, I think if depending on the second season and if there is a third season, we see some improvement in the storytelling and getting more, seeing these two individuals change. Maybe it might elevate the first season, but as it stands now, it's like I was also distracted which took me a while between the final episode and just getting through uh, the rest of the series. I was distracted when Fallout came out, so Mr. and Mrs. Smith was put on hold. Then there's been other shows, Assassination Classroom, which is really getting my attention, really getting good. I think I'm toward the end. I'm in the second season. Um, and then there's also Tulsa King, and these are shows that kind of have a bit more going on with the storytelling. Plus, the pacing is a little bit quicker. And I'm hoping Mr. and Mrs. Smith, if it continues, will elevate that storytelling. But I mean, for those interested, at least curious, yeah, I probably recommend it there. I mean, it's not a horrible show, but it can be so much better.